Medical dramas have come a long way, but the relatively recent New Amsterdam has managed to stick its feet and gain a strong fan base. While you might know everything there is to know about Dr. Max Goodwin and his mission to reform one of the oldest public hospitals in the show, there are some behind-the-scenes facts you might not know about the cast of your newest favorite medical series. So let's see who the doctors really are when the camera isn't rolling. Dr. Goodwin is a budding musician. When he's not busy being the dean and firing people from the hospital, good old Dr. Goodwin is super into writing music. Turns out the lead actor, Ryan Eggold, who plays the blue-eyed doctor on the show, is also in a band named Eleanor Avenue. And not only does he write music, Ryan is pretty good with a guitar. His music skills came in really handy with his role in the comedy drama film Lucky Them, and he was able to breeze through his part of a charming aspiring musician. We bet you didn't know that Ryan not only wrote and directed the feature film, literally right before Aaron, he also wrote, directed, and edited it, and composed the score for his first feature film. Talk about being multi-talented. Dr. Lauren Bloom is a trained dancer. When Janet Montgomery isn't playing the hot mess of a doctor addicted to Adderall, she's busy swaying to the music. Dr. Bloom, as it turns out, is a fantastic dancer behind the scenes. The UK-born actress is worlds apart from her on-screen counterpart. While Bloom lives for the chaos of the emergency department, Janet lives for dancing. In fact, she went to Stella Mann College of Performing Arts in Bedford, England, where she received professional training. Although her first love was dancing, she soon realized her fondness for acting and soon switched careers. She has, however, managed to incorporate some of her love for dance into her acting career, and has appeared in many films focusing on dance, like Dancing on the Edge and the Oscar-nominated psychological thriller Black Swan. Dr. Sharp wasn't interested in just medicine. While Dr. Sharp was determined to become a doctor, Freema Agyeman was changing her career every day based on the films she was watching. According to Freeman herself, she was the type that wanted to be a doctor one day, and the next day she'd want to be an architect or a marine biologist. I watched films and loved all that, but then I would see a cat and want to be a vet. Acting really came about by accident, but we guess it's the best career for someone who wants to be everything in one lifetime. Outside the complicated web, her relationship with Dr. Goodman, Freema is someone who cares about her roots and where she came from. Just beneath a butterfly, she has the word Raha inked on her right arm. It's a Persian word that means free and celebrates her ancestry. Former President Obama follows Dr. Floyd Reynolds. Not many can brag about being followed by arguably the most liked president of the United States, but Dr. Floyd sure can. While Jocko Sims, who plays the character of Dr. Floyd, still doesn't know what prompted Mr. Barack Obama to follow him, he makes sure to brag about it every now and then. Another thing not many of Jocko's fans know is that he's done far more than just acting in the entertainment industry. He has in fact served as director as well as a producer on several episodes of the indie music radio talk show Apollo Night LA. If that wasn't enough to impress you, we're sure this will. Turns out he's also a singer. Sims performed the song Head Up that played in the 2008 series Crash. Now, it wasn't some random song on the show. In fact, his performance led the song to iTunes. So basically, in addition to being an actor, director, and a producer, he is also a hip-hop artist. Dr. Iggy Fromm's role is a nod to his struggle. Behind the kind and collected head of psychiatry is a much more vulnerable man. Tyler Labine revealed that one of the most treasured scenes for him was when his character assesses the professional fitness of Dr. Bloom. As someone who's on the road to recovery from addiction himself, the scene hit a little too close to home. In addition to suffering from addiction, Tyler also suffered from an eating disorder when he was younger. Growing up, he had a poor relationship with food. Hence, he was a little chunkier than his siblings. His father's insistence on him shredding a few pounds didn't exactly help either. If anyone, he started associating his father's love with dieting and losing weight. That's not where Labine's struggles end. When he was only 12, he attempted to take his own life. While he hasn't opened up about the details of the traumatic incident, he has shared how miserable and unhappy he was and didn't know what to do with his life. Now, as Dr. Fromm, he shows the audience that it's okay to be vulnerable and seek help. Dr. Vijay Kapoor is a Bollywood megastar. Apart from the neurology department, Dr. Vijay has a ton of films under his name. Anupam Kher is a huge Bollywood celebrity, with an acting career that dates way back to 1982. During that time, not only has he graced the screens of the Hindi cinema, but he has also appeared in a handful of Hollywood films as well, including the Golden Globe-nominated Bend It Like Beckham and the Oscar-winning Silver Linings Playbook. Having starred in more than 500 films, his net worth is bound to shock you. According to reports, it is a whopping $70 million. Despite all the fame and riches, Kher remains ever charitable at heart. He started a public charitable trust, the Anupam Kher Foundation. More impressive than Kher himself is his wife. Karan Kher is not only a celebrated and respected actress in the film industry, she's also a member of the Indian Parliament. Sadly, however, she is battling cancer as we speak. Kher bid farewell to the sets of New Amsterdam so that he could be with his wife during these trying times. Martin McIntyre is talented off-screen as well. When you don't see McIntyre on the screen, there are chances he might be taking charge of behind the camera. When he's not busy playing the role of psychiatrist and Dr. Fromm's husband, Mike Doyle is busy donning the role of a writer and producer. He has written as well as produced 2 shows in the past. Cutter was a limited series that made its debut back in 2003. His second off-camera work was a short film called Shiner, debuted 3 years after his first release in 2006 at the Tribeca Film Festival. However, his behind-the-scenes work seems to have taken a bit of the back seat as his acting schedule seems jam-packed now. Georgia Goodwin is a real-life ballerina. Her character, Dr. Goodwin's wife, wasn't exactly the most flattering on the show, especially when you consider how unsupportive she was as a spouse. However, Lisa O'Hare is far more impressive as compared to her on-screen character. She is a trained and professional ballerina. She studied ballet at the Royal Ballet School, and even though she stepped into the world of acting later, she has taken up roles in films like Alice and the Others and Defile that really reflect her passion for dance. She also took on musical theater, where she managed to earn critical praise for her roles on Broadway. If you grew up watching the magical English nanny, Mary Poppins, then you might take a liking to O'Hare, as she played the title role in Australia, on the UK tour, and even at the Prince Edward Theatre in London. Dr. Valentina Castro has been fighting J.A. as her character Dr. Castro focuses on clinical trials to treat certain types of cancer. Anna Villafane has to live life around her own disease, juvenile arthritis. She got diagnosed with JA when she was still in school, and that is when her health came in the way of what she loved doing, dancing. After her school activities drastically went from dance classes to physical therapy and scheduling medication, however, Anna managed to rise above the challenges and managed to adopt to a life with JA. Of course, as you can see, that didn't stop her from pursuing a career that she loved. In addition to her landing roles on screen, she also fulfilled her dream of making it to the Broadway stage. Evie Garrison is a dropout. While it is a bit of a cliche, that doesn't make it any less inspirational. Way before she landed the role of Evie Garrison, Margot Brigham decided to drop out of Point Park University to find her true calling. Naturally, she packed her bags and moved to New York. Even though her parents weren't too thrilled about her decision, she still managed to nail her audition for the role in Rent, and she's never looked back. And that wraps up our list of behind-the-scenes secrets of the New Amsterdam cast. Which one surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.